How's that been for both of y'all, like interacting with RT and just kind of like the experience of having him as a coach?
It was something different because like coming from high school, I've had a coach that coached Power Five, like D1. So coming in, it was just completely two different styles, having to adjust to one another. But like Coach RT is cool. He's helpful, especially for me coming in and how young I am. I've been learning a lot from him, so I
So
like
how
it.
old are you?
I'm 18.
18. So that, I mean, that's
He should
wild.
be a senior in high
Yeah,
school.
I skipped
He
skipped a
reclassed.
year.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
That's wild. I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
wild. But having someone like RT too is like, he's a force. Like that man is just like a human being force, if that makes sense. Like he's just a good person, has character, like all that stuff. What is that kind of like? Do y'all feel like cared for? Do y'all feel like kind of that, not only the brotherhood, but like that mentorship from him?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like he's consistent, so you know what to
Yeah.
expect from him every day. As long as you give him the effort, he's gonna reciprocate it. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What are kind of some things like looking into this year that y'all are thinking about, you're feeling? Kind of, is there any anticipation going into the season for y'all on or off court?
I feel like there always is, just because like with every new team brings a new identity, like our two was talking about yesterday, and like it's just the start of a new season. Like we're all doing what we love to do, and we're just excited to hopefully do as well as we can and do it with all of like our best friends.
That's dope. Yeah. And so, do most of y'all like live together, and like, are y'all together all the time?
yeah,
All of y'all?
it's literally an everyday thing.
Yeah.
There's like literally not a single moment where at least like one of the teammates don't interact.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we all live here, all live together, and we have stuff almost like 6 out of 7 days of the week, and even on that off day, we're with each other. Like
Right. Do y'all ever have this like kind of like I want to rest, I want to chill, but like that like all of your friends, all your teammates are doing something? Do you ever kind of battle with that, like, I need to charge up, or y'all like you charge from each other?
No, I definitely, like even when I'm tired and let's say one of my teammates comes by with some like just an idea or wants to do something, like I'll be like, okay, like let's go. So I always find like some type of thing to do with my teammates, which is cool.
In terms of what does that sound like for y'all? Like, what are your texts like? Hey, bro, let's go eat this. Let's go do that. What does that sound like?
I was saying a good example is last Sunday I was outside doing like a campus tour for one of my classes. I was like, oh, it's a nice day. Like, do y'all want to go ACL? And I texted you, Jack, a few other people and I think you were just cooling because you're calf. But me and Jack ended up going. But honestly, for me, I feel like I kind of like live my life in general, just doing whatever, like acting pretty spontaneously. So I'm kind of used to like if something pops up, I'll do it without really a problem.
Yeah.
But I know that's like not how some people work. I don't know.
Yeah, like for me, for example, like if I'm really like doing something or like something has to be wrong with me in order for me not to participate in something. So, but besides that, like for example, like me and he always texts me, "Do you want to go get your parlay at night?" And I'm like, "Let's go!" Like I'm down. So like it became a routine.
Things like that too.
Right. So Chipotle or Cabo Bob's?
Chipotle.
For sure.
That's like one of the only. Usually, I'd pick like the local business or like the local restaurant over the kind of national store brand, but I like Chipotle more.
Well, and so you're an Austin local. Like Austin's your vibe. So you born and raised like born here?
Yeah, I was born in the hospital, like overlooking the practice football field, like where Moody is now.
So
like
it's,
our window.
Close to home for you.
Like I was just at like my house today. It's like 15, 20 minutes away.
That's awesome. So is all of your family here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Both of my parents actually grew up in the same neighborhood I was raised in. So like my grandparents have always been close. And a lot of my other extended family live here. And I got 3 younger siblings, so everyone's pretty close by.
Yeah, that's cool. So what about like your siblings? What are their ages?
My brother he's about to turn 17. He's a junior in high school. And then the youngest 2 are twins. They're both in 8th grade, and they're turning 14 in December.
That's awesome. Do they have any aspirations to go to UT?
I don't know.
Not sure.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
My brother's trying to look at colleges because he's gonna have to apply next summer, and he spent some time up with me here at UT. So I think he's looking at it, but the other 2 are just doing their thing in middle school right now. So.
How about you, Devon? Do you have siblings?
I got an older sister. I think 23, 24, around that age. So. Yeah.
I had to
Y'all
think about it too.
You did think about it, you're like,
I had to like do the math in my head because my birthday's already happened this year, but neither like none of them have.
That's how my sister is right now. So I don't really know. But yeah, besides that, just my older sister, like my best friend.
Yeah.
So
And tell me where you're from.
I was born in El Paso, Texas, and then moved to Houston in 7th grade. So majority of my time was spent in Houston. It's where like most of my like maturing and growing up really happened. So that's where I say I'm from, Houston.
And then what about family for you? Are you close with your family?
Oh, I'm super close with my family. Yeah, like it's a close knit. We're a big family, so like being away it's kind of tough, but they're only 2 hours away, so it's not really a struggle. But yeah, I'm a big family person.
Do you go back home frequently?
No, they come up here though.
Okay.
I was about to say your mom was.
Yeah, my mom comes up here frequently, and like my dad when he's not working, he tries to come up here too. So I'm seeing them. I see them a good amount.
That's awesome. So are they UT fans or?
Like.
Yeah, how does that go? Like.
No, they are UT fans since I'm here. They really don't have they don't lean towards a certain college except for like football, for example, like LSU's like the college thing for my family. But besides that, nah, I'm UT, they're UT. That's all that matters.
Yeah. And then it sounds like y'all have family here with each other. Like clearly y'all are like, is it fair to call it a brotherhood?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So tell me about the brotherhood, what you get out of that, what you feel. Like tell me that experience.
I feel like there's so many ways to like take that question because we're all going like we all are experiencing the same things but from so many different perspectives, so we can kind of like lean on each other, but also it just comes down to the fact that we're around each other so much, so we get to develop really deep relationships with each other and just like have good life experiences and memories with each other.
I mean, since I've been here, it's been fun. Like, I can't even lie. Like I had a lot of fun, and just getting to know the guys, especially the older guys, like just learning from them and them showing me around and what it takes to actually strive inside this program and just in school in general and growing up. I'm really I'm grateful to be like a part of this. So yeah.
So what is like the most valuable thing you've taken so far from just being in this environment, in the basketball environment, UT environment? What's the most valuable to you? Is that a hard one?
I mean, for me, it's really just going to every day open-minded and with like a smile on your face. Cause like for example, it's a brotherhood, so you never know when one of your brothers can need a smile, or when you can need a smile. Just get stuff done. So I mean, go into every day, just thinking positive.
Kind of going off what he was saying, I would say really treating every day like it could be your last. I know it's kind of a cliche thing to say, but I really started realizing it toward like the later years of my high school life, and then even more up here, because especially like last year we always were hearing about like teammates family member passed away, like coach's friend passed away, like a bunch of different things. You're like, wow, anything really can't happen at any point.
What do practices feel like in comparison? You want to take this one, Devon?
Yeah, I'll take this one for sure.
Yeah, because you more recently.
Yeah.
So when it comes to high school basketball practices, it's really everybody, like, let's say for example I was the star of the team, and practice would just go not as competitive, not as fast paced. So it was really just going through the motions in high school, just doing whatever you really wanted to do. But as soon as I got here, like first day, I already knew like, whoa, like this is something else. But I mean, I was prepared to keep up with the pace a little bit, but the strength is like completely different. The skill level is crazy. Like the IQ is like insane and it's up there. So I mean, just getting adjusted to that, and, just physically having to be ready for it. So I mean, that's the biggest difference.
Was there like a charge up though, where you're like, all right, now I'm at the next level? Like, was there a kind of shock to your system where it's kind of like it's time to like compete and level up?
Well, I mean, I guess the first day for me was really an eye opener, and it was really a confidence booster. It wasn't nothing like, oh snap, like I don't think I'm gonna be able to compete. I was like, no, these guys, they're making mistakes just as I am. So it's like everybody can go. So I was completely comfortable with it.
I would say kind of what you were mentioning, just like the speed and everything. My whole process for me happened kind of quick, so I was kind of anxious going into it, trying to figure out like what I need to do, like kind of my role and how to excel in that. And I would say it really took all of last year for me to kind of feel confident and comfortable here and realize. I would say the biggest thing is like last year I felt like I was just trying to get through every day, and then now I'm really trying to like get better and like take advantage of every day more than just try to like survive it, I guess.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about your high school experience, where you went and kind of what that was like.
So Westlake was obviously really competitive in all aspects of life, like academically, athletically, socially. It's very kind of pent up. We kind of get a bad rep, which I feel like some of it's deserved. he's not in his head like, we have a pretty like terrible rep. I feel like some of it's for sure deserved, but I was always kind of trying to like fight against that because I don't feel like it's everyone at Westlake that's like fits under this rep of like spoiled or kind of like cocky or arrogant, all that. But like just as an example, my friend on the football team who's an offensive lineman, we were talking last year and he was like, yeah, so I heard Westlake's the most hated high school in Texas. I was like, I mean, I couldn't really argue against that, but I kind of liked it just because like going into any opposing crowd or like opposing arena, it was fun for me. And it was kind of like here on like a obviously much smaller level, but like everyone hates Texas if you're not here. Like was the who's at Kansas now was the main player on that team, and I guarded him pretty much every day in practice. So that did a lot for me, basketball wise. And then we had a few really good seniors, and then one of my best friends made kind of like broke through that year. Connor McManus, he really did well that year, and that was the season that got ended by COVID. But before that, we lost in the playoffs in the second round. We got upset by San Antonio Warren like a few days after we were ranked 24th in the country by ESPN. So kind of carrying that into my junior year, that hurt. And then we had a lot of juniors returning. We had Ian Mowat, Cade Mankel, Blake Nielsen, who are all at D2 colleges now. And then we still had KJ, who's at Kansas, and then me, and then my Connor, who's now at St. Ed's too, and Donovan Santoro, who's now at Providence. Like we had a pretty stacked team, and we made a run to the state finals against Duncanville, and then we lost there, and then we lost KJ and all of them, and everyone was kind of like, even Lucero was like, my senior year, I don't think I've told you this. My senior year, we lost our second game of the year, and then we won like 25 games in a row. And after the 20th game in a row, Lucero came into film one day. He was like, did y'all expect to win 20 games after that loss against Clark? Because I sure as hell did. And I was like, thanks. Like, all the coaches were hating on me and Connor. Like, but it kind of served as motivation. And then we lost in the state semifinals this my senior year in kind of a crazy way. It was probably the craziest high school game ending it's ever happened.
I know that story. Yeah.
Or at least in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Double overtime. We were going to win regulation. Had jersey number was wrong in the books. They hit one of the two free throws to push us into overtime. We still had a chance to win, but then we ended up losing. It was just a bizarre game. But Lucero's been a really big mentor for me on and off the court. He's a big reason why I'm here. He's very similar to RT because he actually he's just been around RT a lot in his career. Like when he was at Texas before, he's kind of, I would say there are a lot of similarities between both their coaching styles and how they are like, they're both very like hard on you on the court because they want the best for you, but off the court they're the most caring individuals. Like they really like, they will do anything for you. Like they really look after you like they're like you were their own sons.
What was your favorite game from that season? Your senior year, right?
My senior year? Oh, for sure the game against Lake Travis at home. Because obviously Lake Travis is our rival, and we had already played at Lake Travis, and I'd fouled out, and we had almost lost that game. So going into the game at Westlake, everyone thought it was going to be super close. And their best player is Hudson Greer, who's still there, my guy. So everyone thought the game at Westlake was going to be super close. And then, like, I think TV cameras were there, all of that. Game was sold out, and we smacked them by like 25. And I had a really good game. When one of my friends caught a poster when me and my other teammate both got dunks. Like we were just turning up on them, kind of in front of everyone, which might sound, but it was live.
Yeah, it was live. That's tough.
It was one of my last games at Westlake as a senior. Like a lot of our class showed out. I think they should be pretty good this year. I mean, they're always going to be like pretty good or really good, especially compared to other Austin competition because they have Coach Lucero, and I'll stand by that. Like no matter who's on the team, they're going to be good. But I think they have a lot of older guys this year who've really progressed. Obviously Gavin and Wonder, and a few other people on the team with me that year, but they have a lot of younger kids that are going to be playing too. Like Jack Sears, Max is really good. Donovan Lee, my guy. Brody Wilhelm, Hunter. My younger brother's actually going to be playing after football season. So I think they'll be really good.